Over the next few days, we're road tripping South Coast New South Wales, leaving Canberra and making our way to Sydney.
We left Canberra early this morning. We've driven about an hour and a half and have decided to take a little break at Tianjara Falls.
And this spot is literally just off the highway, so the perfect place to stretch our legs. And it's like a really short walk together, so it should be it. I should probably warn you guys, I don't know if we're actually going to see water here because it hasn't rained properly in like, a week plus? So, don't know if we're going to see anything, just a heads up.
Legit, the car park is like 10, 20 meters that way. So far, we can't really see anything, but we can hear a very slight trickle. So there might be a creek at the bottom.
There might be something.
Or like a river or something.
But also, look out there. It looks like we've got really cool views.
Oh, yeah.
Over
Oh,
there's water!
There is water!
Wait, that's actually way more than I thought. For no rain, for like a week plus.
That's pretty impressive.
It's cool.
Especially because it's pretty dry in this area.
I think the surrounding area is cool because the rocks are like really...
It's quite calm. It's like almost
so
like a fountain. Like, you know, those walls? Like a feature, like fountain thingy.
Feature wall.
It's not like a full-on waterfall. It's just a light little misting. It's quite cute. Hey. I don't think we've seen a waterfall like this.
I think a good spot to stretch our legs.
Our legs are well stretched, and also forgot, I should probably address, finally got a haircut.
You didn't style it very well.
I didn't.
You're making it look
I didn't
scruffy.
style it at all. But let's get going.
How long have we got to drive? What, half an hour, 40 minutes, an hour? Something like that.
Yes, something in between like 20 and an hour and a half. It can't be any more than that. But there's a lot of driving today, so better get cracking.
Well, we finally made it to the coast and we are at Hyams Beach.
It really reminds me of like the southwest of WA, or just WA.
The water reminded me of Albany, and then the sand reminds me of Esperance, because apparently Hyams is some of the widest sand in the world.
Yeah, so very much like Esperance.
Some of.
Probably wider than Esperance.
Yeah, so we went and checked it out, hence why we're all sweaty, because it's really hot now.
It's really hot, yeah.
Vian has decided he can't possibly go sunbathe or swim without eating first. So we're going to have chips and dip.
Do you blame me?
Yeah, I'm hungry too. So we're driving.
And we woke up at like what? 5 o'clock, and it's like 11, quarter past 10. So, but it's also like, I love like the residential area. It's so beautiful. It's quite.
The houses are really
beachy
cute.
Vibes.
Definitely beachy coastal houses.
Yeah, nice.
It's really pretty. But we have, I should have showed it.
Don't turn it too much. You opened it.
I know. So we got chips and dip. We're going to enjoy that. So Hyams Beach is actually within Jervis Bay. Now, it is hugely debated whether it is pronounced Jervis Bay or Jarvis Bay. And I was literally looking through articles of people like saying the complete opposite things. So let us know if you're a local, is it Jervis or Jarvis?
I feel like it's spelt Jervis.
I read a thing that said there was a location in South Australia named after the same guy, and it's pronounced Jervis.
Well, how was the guy's name? Like, how did they pronounce his name?
That's what I'm saying. It's like
it's Jervis. So then it should be Jervis if it's named after the same guy.
We don't know enough, so let us know before you annoy everyone.
Strangely though, like we had a look on Google Maps, and it's in the Jervis Bay territory.
No, so we're not in the Jervis Bay territory right now. Hyams Beach is actually just above the Jervis Bay territory, and the southern peninsula bit is Jervis Bay territory, which is a completely separate territory.
Which, strangely enough, is owned by the ACT, which is like disconnected from it. But during the wartime, they wanted like a port area potentially for the ACT.
So there's your fun facts for you on Jarvis Bay. And we're gonna keep eating, and then we're maybe go for a swim.
Yeah, the water
felt pretty nice.
And it's quite hot today, so definitely a day for it. Piggy dipping at the Piggy Mart. The water looks so clear here.
It is. Look at it. You see my hairy feet.
And my hairy legs.
Oh my god, it's so clear
It's
though.
not that cold. I was expecting it to be.
It might just be because it's hot though. It's cold, but like nice cold, but still take my breath away.
When we were doing like travel planning, we're like, oh, it's just beach after beach after beach. We'll just visit one beach.
Oh, this is
But
so
this
nice.
is so nice.
Oh.
Maybe we should go to every beach.
Just beach hop. Well, apparently Hyams is one of the best, but there's loads in the Jervis Bay area that are really nice. So I'm sure there's nicer, quieter ones than this.
And I'm sure there were some in New South Wales up on the east coast as well, but...
New South Wales, East Coast, Vic.
Oh, Vic. Yeah.
I was like, what? That's where we are now. The water is so clear. It is nice and cold
really
and
nice.
refreshing. Beautiful.
It's not cold. You have to stop saying that. It's not cold at all.
My strap just came off. That's
I forgot
okay.
about that.
It's a strapless bikini, but I don't know how much I'll trust it now.
She'll be alright.
Whoa! It's so clear. Oh no, don't grab me! It's going through my legs.
So we probably spent way longer than we initially planned to spend at the beach.
Probably hours.
We
swimming.
totally did
the
not
time.
expect it to be that nice.
But we haven't checked the time yet, so it may suddenly be like 5 p.m. We are now getting fuel and then heading to the Southern Highlands. So let's go. So our GoPro overheated and died at the most beautiful part of that drive, but we're here at Fitzroy Falls. Let's go hike. Apparently Fitzroy Falls is one of the most spectacular waterfalls in New South Wales. Are you ready?
You know, you could have fooled me by saying that we're at the Blue Mountains right now.
Oh,
Like, from what I've seen of the Blue Mountains online, isn't this it?
it is beautiful. Can you see the waterfall?
Why is the waterfall so gentle?
It sounds so soft.
Right?
Oh
even
my
the flow,
gosh.
there's so much water there, but it's so gentle. I
This
can't
is
believe it.
beautiful. I really underplayed this to be honest and said, oh yeah, it's good. But isn't that beautiful?
I just applied sunscreen on my hand, and that's not gonna help with filming this because my hands are like slippery.
Ew, don't lean them over, be careful.
Also, this is a national park, and obviously you need national parks pass. But they do have ticket machines here, so you can also just do like a day pass.
Yeah.
But we did get an all-year annual parks pass.
Is it bad that this is the first time we've heard of a lyrebird?
You know what the funny thing is as well?
What?
When we bought the parks pass yesterday, I looked at the New South Wales parks like icon,
Emblem.
whatever, and I was like, it's kind of weird that they have a peacock since they're not native to Australia.
It's a lyrebird.
It's a lyrebird.
I hope we see one.
It sounds pretty cool from the looks of it. Ability to mimic anything they hear.
That's cool. So in addition to checking out Fitzroy Falls, we're actually doing the Fall West Rim walking trail, which I think is 3.5 kilometers, about that. So it should be about, I think, an hour and a half return, but apparently it has lots of different lookouts along the way. So it should be really cool. It's been cool so far. I thought Vian was behind me. He's checking out a tree.
There's a big ass rainbow. Do you see that?
Yeah, I can see it. It's cool. The water falls so gently.
Right? It's the same as the other one as well. Do you think it's something to, like, maybe gravity just is a lot less here?
Stop.
That has got to be like one of the coolest rainbows we've seen, because as the water's like going down, it's almost like doing a wave, and it's like almost as if the waterfall is giving off like a gas.
Yeah.
It looks so magical. It's not just like
It's
a
just
static.
like oozing
It's
out.
not a static
like
shot. It's like a woo.
best rainbow you've seen?
Definitely in the top 5, but I don't know.
What other
I
ones?
don't, I don't know. I've seen. I'm 26.
Yeah,
26 years old. Surely I've seen some magnificent rainbows in my day.
but you don't remember them.
I
Will
don't
you
remember
remember
them.
this one? I think so.
Probably not in 6 months. I feel like I'm on like an episode of Pimp My Ride.
What?
It's almost like as if exhibits like hey yo, I heard you like waterfalls, so I put a waterfall in your waterfall. There's a second set of waterfalls. I did not expect that.
Underneath it.
Yeah, because it's such a long fall. It's got to be pretty high, that.
Yeah.
Like, that looks like at least 100 meters.
Yeah.
So that's got to be, like, up there with, like, some of the tallest waterfalls.
It's crazy
Australia.
beautiful. This perspective's really cool.
It's
I think
insane.
this is a Jersey lookout.
Yeah, and, like, seriously can't emphasize on it enough. That one walk is, like, 50, 100 meters. This is probably, like, 200-300
A couple of minutes on, like, a really good quality boardwalk.
Yeah, and I mean, when you're in good company,
When you're on good company.
In good company.
When you're in good company.
Yeah,
when
like,
you're with good company.
No, like, you can say in good company.
Can you?
Yeah, I feel like you can. It's like, it's a couple milliseconds, you know?
Let us know if we
Lydia
can say
is very
that.
fortunate.
Do you guys see what I have to deal with?
Oh, bog off! So, you know on MTV's Pimp My Ride,
Oh dear.
how they go, oh yeah, here's a TV, here's another TV, here's another TV.
Mm-hmm.
And then they have the TVs on the outside of the car. There's another waterfall. Look at that.
I heard you like waterfalls.
No way.
So I put a waterfall on your waterfall.
Oh, this is a waterfall besides your waterfall, besides your waterfall.
Lovely.
I wonder how many more waterfalls there are. This one sounds like a shower, kind of. Do you hear it?
Yeah.
Do you think it's a waterfall or a stream?
Stream. Surely it can't be another waterfall. Try not to bonk my head. Oh, it is like a waterfall. Kind of a single stream.
Yeah.
This is so cool. It literally looks like we're in a rainforest, man. Before we get into this, I'm gonna acknowledge I don't know what this is.
I don't know what that is.
So, the Fitzroy Falls was amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing, right? Like,
Definitely,
so glad we went there. Totally worth doing the walk, right?
Yeah, it's very short. It's so green here, and I did not expect to see green after we left Tassie. I thought that was the end.
And some of the houses out here are so bomb. They look so nice.
Yeah, apparently this is a potato region, and all I'm gonna say is these people have big potato money.
So we've got one very exciting last stop for the day. Should we go? What do you think?
I don't know. I was gonna make a joke, and
You can't think of any potato puns. So we are at the Big Potato in Robertson, which apparently won the award as Australia's worst big thing.
I mean, a lot of the tourists and locals refer to it as something other than a potato. But in my opinion, it kind of looks like a brushed potato.
Well, let us know if you think it looks like a potato. But apparently it was set up by a local farmer in 1977. He constructed it out of cement mixed with the local soil.
We haven't really seen that many big items in Australia, and there's hundreds of them. And I feel like this is kind of one that we can't miss.
It's such a missed opportunity that we have missed so many.
Yeah.
I'm kind of sad about it. I wish
Yeah.
if we could go back, I would have included more, but
Yeah.
we've seen the worst, so it can't get, it has to get better than this.
It's only up from here.
Yeah.
Felt inspired, did we?
We're having mash for dinner.
More specifically, bangers and mash.
Oh yeah, it's been a while since we had that. Bian said the greenery matches my complexion. Does it actually? Are you lying?
No, it does look nice.
Good morning, everyone. Another bright and early morning. We drove Macquarie's Pass in the dark, which was interesting. We made it here bright and early. We're at Bushrangers Bay, and this is a really popular spot for snorkeling, but more particularly, it's a really good spot for swimming with sharks. What are you pointing at?
The shark.
Oh, you can see it?
Yeah.
So Bushrangers Bay is actually a spot where these sharks aggregate. So they swim up and down the coast, and then they have like aggregation sites, and Bushrangers Bay is one of them. So We're hoping to snorkel with sharks, but a few different things. So whether you see them can depend on visibility, depth, everything, how many are actually there that day. So we don't know what we're getting ourselves into. We arrived and another snorkeler came out and said that visibility was terrible and he couldn't see anything. So I don't think we're gonna get lucky today, but we're gonna go wait it out in the van for a bit and see if when the sun's higher up it helps with visibility. So fingers crossed, because it'd be so cool to see sharks.
If we get to see sharks here, it definitely would be a hell of a lot cheaper than going diving with them.
Yeah, cage diving.
So, I mean, yeah, hopefully we see some. There's a little lookout here, so I'm just gonna see if visibility has improved or not. No, it still looks the same. I feel like the van was clean a couple of days ago and it's already so dirty. Also, we just forgot to mention, some of you might be like, what, sharks? You're swimming with sharks potentially? I don't think they attack humans. I mean, most sharks don't mean to attack humans, but...
I wrote, are grey nurse sharks safe? To like search it up. And I accidentally wrote, are grey nurse sharks sad?
Oh, that's so sad. What the heck?
Despite their fierce appearance, grey nurse sharks are not a threat to divers or swimmers unless provoked.
Just don't provoke them. It already looks so much clearer, so hopefully we do get to see some sharks. Oh, this beach is really rocky. I did not expect it to be like this. You can see there, it's yeah. But look, it's already much clearer. It was pretty murky before.
So no luck with visibility at the moment.
Yeah, I think we'll just probably chill in here and hope that it calms down. Because in certain areas, like here at the start, it was quite clear. But then
really clear.
When the waves pick up, it gets a little cloudy.
And then as soon as we got deeper out there, it went murky again and we couldn't see anything.
Yeah.
So fingers crossed the water calms down a bit and hopefully the sun gets higher, comes out the clouds and
oh yeah.
I want to see some sharks. Well, we swam with sharks, but we didn't see them. Which is way worse. We had absolutely no visibility. We were swimming out there for probably hours, and the first couple meters you've had really good visibility where nothing is, and then it's just complete nothingness. We only saw, I think, a couple big fish and stingrays. Stingrays were still really cool to see, and I think it was a good reminder of how much we love snorkeling and that we should do it more. But sadly no sharks, and the timing just doesn't work out for us because we would totally hang around this area for longer, but for the next week we've got rain scheduled, so it's just going to get worse. Even there were some locals who've come here quite a bit and they said you really have to catch it on a right day to get the right conditions. Sadly not for us today, but we're going to go head to our campsite.
We've just made it to our campsite. It's a car park on a foreshore or something. We didn't expect it to be this busy. It's 11:30 and it's packed. We're gonna call for the day there. We're obviously gonna shower, have food. I'm gonna do some video editing. Lydia's probably gonna do some planning. And then we'll see you guys tomorrow morning, bright and early. So we've come out to the Seacliff Bridge this morning, if you couldn't tell. I feel like you see this angle pretty much everywhere when you look at, like, do research on what there is to do in Sydney or the surrounding area. And I can see why. It is absolutely beautiful. You look at it, and I mean, you guys will see it in the video, and you wouldn't fathom how beautiful it is, like truly how beautiful it is. And you get here and it's like, it's pretty insane. And like seeing the cars drive on it as well, and like you're literally driving over the ocean. I'm guessing that it was probably difficult to make a tunnel or go over the mountain, so they decided to just sidestep it and go around it. It's pretty cool, and it's a shame that this is such a dangerous terrain and it's not really made for pedestrian access at the bottom there. But over there, it kind of looks like the rocks are like the tessellated pavement in the Tasman Peninsula, where it's like fractured like this and
yeah,
this.
it does actually.
And then also, there's really nice, probably the nicest rock pools that I've seen, like over there. Like,
Yeah.
it looks so nice, and it would have been amazing to go down there, but
Such a shame.
obviously not safe to do that. So
This is such an incredible sunrise spot, and I can imagine it's amazing at sunset too, but probably a little bit busier. 100% recommend coming out here. But I saw online that there's a little bit of confusion about how to get here. Now, the way we came was actually really easy, so I'll make sure we show you on the way out. But a lot of people try climb from the bridge. So they go from the bridge, climb over, and then pretty much have to climb this like sketchy, dodgy upper rope path. Now, the way we came is we parked at Rube Hargrave Park, and then there's actually a very clear, very flat trail from there. The whole path was pretty much flat and took us maybe 10 minutes. So as much as it seemed a little sketchy in the dark with our torch, it was actually way better than trying to scale the cliff and get up here. So here's an example of what it's like to get up the other path. So this goes to a bottom lookout, but you can see they've got a rope, and this is actually really steep. So glad we came from the other way.
kind of smells like natural gas.
Gas.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Do these not look like fingers, Lydia?
Fingers,
Yeah,
no.
Yeah, look. You can see like the nail bit. Like, you see that?
Let us know if you think that looks like a finger,
It
or
looks
if
like a
I'm
finger.
being silly.
There's so many flowers here though.
Yeah, it's
Pretty
beautiful.
Nice, and this is like overrun by wildflowers and bush and probably weeds as well. So we're gonna get a comment that says this is like the most invasive weed that there is in New South Wales. I bet you.
Fingers crossed that is not an invasive weed and it's just a beautiful flower.
It kind of looks like a weed, if I'm gonna be honest.
No.
Look at it. Look at the stem.
Oh dear, it does actually. What?
If you do hikes like these, remember to be empty. I'll show myself.
Yeah, just leave, walk back yourself.
You could fool me and say this is a part of the Great Ocean Road. I feel like it's got so many elements of that. But then as well, it almost feels like, this is gonna sound stupid, but it kind of feels out of place for Australia. Because this bridge kind of looks like it looks like a modern, like,
Yeah.
futuristic bridge, even though it's just concrete.
Just surrounded by these like beautiful, natural, huge cliffs.
It's so...
It is beautiful.
Yeah. It
around here.
It's so cool.
So we're currently waiting outside our next stop, and it is completely gated off and we don't know why. So we're in the Royal National Park, which the drive-through was beautiful, by the way, and we're waiting at Guatemala Beach, and we pulled in and the gates are completely shut. There's no sign saying why. There's no alerts for this location. There's no nothing. And we called the New South Wales Parks and Service, and they were like, we have no idea why it isn't open. Wait for the visitor centre, and when the visitor centre opens, give them a call. Because I think it was meant to open at 7, so we have no idea. We're waiting, and we'll give them a call and see whether it's completely shut for today or if they're gonna come open it. We are in. The ranger came and she was absolutely lovely, and she was just as confused as us. She pulled in and she's like, this should have been unlocked at 7. This is not my job. And she ended up trying to unlock it, and then the key got stuck, and it was
Yeah, and then
a whole
once
thing.
the key got out, it's like, how do you actually open this?
Yeah. So it was a bit
we
of
gave
chaos.
her a little bit of that.
But she was lovely. She's like, don't worry about parking fees or anything.
like,
You guys just go through. And we're like, that's okay. We have a permit. But yeah, she was so lovely, and we are in. It's already a lot
People
more
are
cars
pulling
are coming through now. So
This area, or this beach, actually gets really busy. And
Super busy.
they close the road in the car park when it gets full.
Yeah.
So, and that happens frequently. So
yeah, I read online that people are saying by 10 a.m. it's completely packed. So if you're coming here, come early. Apparently it's amazing. We will go and see.
talking now.
Yeah, I'm just annoying you.
We really want to swim, but before we do that, we're gonna get.
You're going the wrong direction.
Am I? Oh, it's
Yeah.
dark as well. But before we do that, we're gonna get hot and steamy.
I
And
really
then we
want
can
to go
cool down in the
swimming.
water.
I just want to go swimming straight away.
Sorry to hear.
But we're going on a cool coastal cliff hike.
Yeah,
Also, I don't know if you see my phone.
she's filming.
Female leggings, please start putting pockets in that don't look awful.
Who's that?
I said female leggings, not a person.
Yeah, who's that? Oh, there's
Stop it.
planes.
We're never gonna do the hike at this rate. We just keep filming all the lizards. They're so cool. So we've made it to our end destination, and you can probably tell I'm absolutely boiling.
It's really hot.
And the funny bit is, majority of this walk, I thought there'd be a nice coastal breeze, and the air has just been flat. So all you can feel is the sun just cooking. It is
I love
so
how you're saying that, and your
hot.
hair is like moving about in
Well,
the breeze.
here there's a little bit of a breeze.
Yeah.
The whole rest of it, there was none. And I did not really dress for being that hot, otherwise I would have worn shorts and a t-shirt. I would definitely recommend that. So we're here at Karakarang Waterfall, and I believe I saw online that Australia only has a handful of these types of waterfalls where the water falls directly into the ocean. So it's just really cool to see, and I feel like the whole walk almost gave a Nullarbor vibe. Like the cliffs felt like we were on the edge of the world and just looking out and just seeing kilometers and kilometers of ocean.
Except for if you look at this direction, you can actually see the bridge that we drove on.
Yeah, you can see the bridge that way, and we've had planes flying over us. There's one
From the
coming
airport?
now, but there's planes coming from the airport like constantly, maybe every 5 minutes. So, but it's really cool. Hugely recommend. Just dress for heat.
Also, this waterfall might be a little bit more impressive in winter or after heavy rainfall.
Yeah.
At the moment, it has been quite dry, so it's just a little trickle. I don't know if it gets any better than this.
I think it gets really quite full on after heavy rain. So try time your visit for after heavy rain. That would be super cool.
Yeah. Cool. Should we go swim?
Yes. Don't leave me. Are you gonna go under? Go. Go. Is it too much? Is it really hard? Oh my god.
Editing beyond here. We spent so long swimming that we forgot to do an outro. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one, whatever we're getting up to.